So we are up and running for the second final quarterfinals game here at the Samarkand Sports Complex. Maryland County up against Sinoe County. Maryland County finished as winners of Group C in their own city, Harper City, while Sinoe County finished as runners-up in Group A that was held in Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. The home county of Emmanuel Smoson Davis, unfortunately, they didn't make it to the city. So we are here for the second quarterfinal match, and the winner from here will meet Grand Coup in the semi-final, as the fixtures have been designed by the organizers, the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So the winners from here will meet Grand Coup in the semi-final, and then eventually battle for a space in the grand final. So until that time, we are now left with 90 minutes of play to see who's going to meet Grand Coup. So in a moment from now, this game will be kicking off. So we are into the second quarterfinal match. In a moment from now, we'll be starting. So they are still going through the match formalities, photo taking. So in a moment from now, this game will be starting. So that's the lineup of Sinoe County. We have Jonato C8 in goal for Sinoe County. Amanza Colley, Kai Swen, James Gateway, Louis Lewon, Douglas Koluba. That's Olofian Nindo, Christian Gabla, Thomas Barr, Kofi Brown, Prince David, all in the starting lineup for Sinoe County. And Christian Gabla is that man to watch out for. Man wearing jersey number 10 and the armband for Sinoe County. He's the hitman for Sinoe County. So Maryland County will have to be very careful with Christian Gabla.
And Anthony, I just want to say something. I know the guys from Sinoe County, including Julius, Nimle Compton, are on bended knees at the moment for victory in this match, and they are wearing dominant white on the pitch here at the Samuel Kayando Sports Stadium in Painesville outside Monrovia. We'd like to thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for the comments, the constructive analysis, and of course criticism as well. They're all welcome. So we go back to Anthony Kokoe, who will bring you a play-by-play description of the images that you see on your television screen.
Many thanks, Manuel Davis, and thanks also to our viewers out there. And we've gone a minute into this match. Maryland County in their green and yellow jersey, while Sinoe County are in their dominant white jersey. Maryland County on the attack. This player keeps moving in. Despite being tackled, he kept moving. And it's a corner for Maryland County. That's a corner for Maryland County. And that's the first corner of this game, Maryland County. So at the moment, Christian Gabler wearing the armband for Sinoe County, the hitman here to watch. But since the start of this game, Maryland County are the ones making sure to dominate the first minutes of this game. So Maryland County calling possession, being dispossessed, regain possession. Now Sinoe wins it. Sinoe on the attack. This player keeps moving the half of Maryland. He beats the defender, looking for his teammate, and that was a shot, but it deflected off his teammate. So it's been brought down by Maryland County goalkeeper Cassius Allison. So this match is being officiated by central referee Moses Fokpa, the newest FIFA badge referee. He's the newest FIFA badge referee, joining the 9 referees that had badges for 2019. So after going through several examinations and fitness tests, he received a FIFA badge from the referee committee of Football World Governing Body. So this is the second match since receiving his FIFA badge for 2020. His first match was at the ATS when in the first division, when newly promoted Freeport FC defeated Nima FC 2-0 at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. So today he's here handling the second quarter-final match in the National County Sports Meet between Maryland County, winners of Group C, and Group A runners-up Sinoe County. Still goalless at the moment. A long cross goes in there for Maryland County. An opportunity for Maryland County. This player wearing jersey number 17, sensing another cross, but not too good. Mix directed. Willie Jones also plays for Philadelphia Lone Star Labrador chapter. And like I said in the previous match, his teammate Emmanuel Dennis also plays for Philadelphia Lone Star Labrador chapter. So Willie Jones is here also representing that team. And of course, Jones was the one who got that late goal for Maryland County in their final match that saw them comfortably finishing as winners of Group C in Harper, Maryland County. So Sinoe County need to be very careful with him. Likewise, Maryland need to be careful with Christian Gabler, wearing jersey number 10 and the armband for, and it's a shot. A very strong one there from Patrick Williams. And Patrick Williams has spent quite a long time with Maryland County since the 2016 National County Sports Meet, when they progressed to the grand final but lost against Montserrat County. It was in that edition that we saw some talented players being spotted. Edward Leonard, Asimundan, Mickey Morgan. the Allison brothers from Maryland. They are now all first and second division players. And of course, the MVP of that year edition, the 2016, Edward Leonard, now plays for Lescott FC, one of the biggest club teams in the first division, and also got caught up to the national team by new head coach Peter James Butler. So the county meet is that tournament used by some coaches to spot talents who apply their trails for a very excellent marking there from Thomas Barr of Sinoe County. And first assistant referee Sekou Kone Jr. is here as one of the assistant referees. He's also one of the 10 FIFA badge referees we do have in Liberia. Sekou Kone Jr. Know someone talking about the Buyo boys from Maryland County. That's something that was very common in Maryland. Each time you hear the news from Maryland County, it's about Buyo. And I slow down a bit. A long cross goes in there, but it's been brought under control comfortably and cleared up the danger area by Maryland County. Eight minutes have so far been played here, still goalless in this second quarterfinal match of the 2019-2020 National County Sports Meet. This is KMTV coming to you live from the Samarkando Sports Complex. And my name is Anthony Kugwe alongside the entire crew here, making sure that we bring you live pictures and unfoldings from the SKD. And tomorrow will be international football. That's the women's football category, under 20 to be precise, where Liberia under 20 will take on Guinea under 20 in the FIFA under 20 Women's World Cup qualifier. So a bit of international football tomorrow. Yeah, Emmanuel.
And Anthony, on our live feed, I do see most of the comments are in support of Maryland County. So the Palm Butter boys of Maryland, let's hope that they can give you that much anticipated win tonight, as some of you are craving for a positive result so that you can go home with joy and happiness. But also, you should think and know that the guys from Sinoe County as well, they are seeking for the same joy. So you just have to continue giving your moral support to the guys while they play the ball. Do not bully them while they play the ball, sorry. Do not bully them while they're on the pitch. I think you can give them encouragement by singing and also telling them to play the ball well. But quite interestingly, Anthony, the president is also still on the pitch. He's still here. When I say on the pitch, he's here watching the second half of this match. And remember, this is his passion.
So, becoming the only player from Africa to win the Ballon d'Or, winning several accolades. And he's still here watching this game. And his county, Grand Crew, are through to the semi-final after a 2-0 win in the first quarter-final match against Riverside. And now he's still here. And Emmanuel, trust me, once this game becomes very bold or boring, he's definitely going to leave, because whenever he sits on the field, you always like to see good football play. Sometimes, as you can see, he's now making his way.
So you just predicted what would have happened, because I think in my mind, the second match here, when you look at how competitive it is as compared to the first match, this one drops in percentage. You don't see much, zeal in the game. I don't know why the guys are relaxed. Maybe they're waiting, like the Liberian man mentality. They're waiting for the last minutes into the match before they can put some strength that we hope to see.
Yep, I mean, the early minutes are very good to make use of, because once you take an early lead like Grand Crew did, we saw Riverside struggling to get an equalizer until the first half ended. And upon resumption of the second half, Grand Crew County put more pressure like they were the ones that were down. And through that, they got their second goal. And at the end of the day, we saw them progressing to the semis. So it's very important to make use of the early minutes of the game, especially the first half. It's always good to be in front because you don't know what may happen in the end. So at the moment, it's a slow pace, a fast ball play there. But referee Moses Fokpa said it's a free kick, so it's going to be taken in the half of Sinoe County. Still goalless here at the Samarkand Sports Complex. Almost a quarter being played. A launch crack there by Patrick Williams. Not too good. Tried to test the goalkeeper from that distance, but his shot was misdirected. So now Sinoe County in possession in their own half. Prince David. And it's been headed out by Milton. Now Vincent Weah. But it's been brought down. Maryland County. A long ball intended for Louis Leron. But he was tackled there. So Maryland County in possession at the moment. Maryland into the half of Sinoe County. A long through ball. Intended for that player wearing jersey number 17, Willie Jones. But it traveled out for a throw. So that ball went out, so it's a goal kick for Sinoe County. A long goal kick taken there by the goalkeeper of Sinoe into the half of Maryland, but it's been cleared away. Maryland County dominating possession at the moment. A clever play there. And that player was brought down. And man wearing jersey number 6, James Garway, has been booked. James Garway has been booked for Sinoe County. Referee Moses Fokpa releasing his first yellow in this game. And James Garway of Sinoe County was the one who received that one. So it's a free kick for Maryland. And the long ball comes in. That player was actually settling the ball for his teammate with a head up, but it wasn't too good. So now it's back in Maryland County control. Still goalless at the moment. A throw there taken by Milton Wuleja. being scored by assistant referee Segu Kone. Christian Gabla, a poor pass. Now Maryland County under control. A beautiful play that dispossessed Thomas to Christian Gabla, the hitman for Sinoe County, hasn't received or is yet to display his normal style of play or what he did against Grand Bassa during their final preliminary game. So it's a free kick, Sinoe County. Milton Uleja is going to take that free kick. Milton Uleja. The free kick goes in, but it's being headed out by Maryland County defense. Now Maryland on the attack. A counter attack. A great defensive work there, preventing that counter attack from Maryland County. So still goalless here at the Samarkand Sports Complex between Maryland County and Sinoe County. Willie Jones tried to control that ball, not too good. Hitting his legs, coming out. Oh, a poor tackle there from that defender. A very poor tackle from Prince David, close to his own half. And he has been booked.
I think that was a reckless challenge by that center defender. But as a defender, you need to understand that if you play unnecessary fouls, and it causes deficiency for the team, because when you issue a card, obviously it drops your pace in the game. So I think that defender of Sinoe County need to be very careful of himself.
Obviously needs to be very careful now that he has been booked. So it's a free kick for Maryland County. Willie Jones is posted behind it. Vincent Weir is posted behind it as well. A free kick in a very good position. Vincent Weir shoots. Very close. Vincent Weir with a good free kick, but didn't result to a goal. A brilliantly taken free kick with his left foot, but it was of no harm to Sinoe County. Still goalless here at the moment. 19 minutes have so far been played. The chief patron of sport, President George Weah, has left, as his county grand crew have already booked their ticket to the semis. So now they are awaiting the winner of this match to see who's going to progress and meet them in the semis. Sinoe County being very sluggish in that defense, dispossessing hold out of balls, and this could lead to an opening goal here for Maryland. Roland.
Yeah, losing a lot of ball in your defense is not a good sound, because if your opponent team got a good attacking pace, they could capitalize on that and get a goal. So I don't think it's necessary for Sinoe County defenders to be losing a lot of balls in the defense.
Obviously, they have to be very careful because they keep losing balls. And there you have it, another trouble for them. Opportunity, but this player with that great opportunity, the referee said that was an offside. Referee said that was an offside.
That player is wearing jersey number 11. That's Daniel To, who plays for Barak Young Controller.
Yep, Daniel To. I mean, the assistant referee was actually signaling his flag for an offside, but he said it was a goal kick, so Sinoe County need to be very careful here.
Yeah, the referee was looking at an advantage in favor. I think he was signaling a flag for the foul, but I think the referee had to give the advantage to Daniel To, who was in the attacking position.
So the Marylanders are here singing their song. Now we are oh. Now we are oh.
Now we are oh. There you now we are oh. That's the traditional song of Maryland County. The boys from Plebo City, Harper City.
Yep, I'm quite sure my friend Tikla Wesley Jr. will be very excited if this county progresses to the Siemens, the boy from Plebo. So they are all here to cheer their county to victory. Likewise, the Mississippi boys. A long one there intended for Christian Gabler. Still putting up a chase. Christian Gabler finally wins it. Gabler stay in possession. A fair tackle there from that defender of Maryland County. Patrick Williams. A very good tackle.
Anthony, the legs of Patrick Williams is not a strange name to National County's league. He displayed excellent performance 2 county meets ago. So I don't know why the ministry will still allow such a player to continue to play this league. He has played up to 7 to 8 times.
Well, according to them, they were coming up with rules that would prevent some of those players who have overplayed in the tournament to stay out. But I don't know how effective is or are those rules, because this is a tournament meant for sporting talents, other youthful players in the 3rd division who don't have the opportunity to be seen on the bigger stage like the 1st and 2nd division games. So they have an opportunity in the county meet where coaches, technical staff and various teams can come and spot them to play for those clubs. But yet and still you have few players who are regular and consistent in the county meet. Some of them even prefer playing in the 2nd division league, playing for a 2nd division team, because every December annually they want to come and play the National County Sports Meet, which I think isn't a good thing. And as a result, it hampers some of these clubs that play within the 2nd division, like Muscat FC, Freeport FC. Muscat FC being the victimized team, because you have majority of their players who leave the team to play in the National County Sports Meet. As a result, whenever you have league games to be played during that time, you definitely going to get the result you want, because almost all of your players are out on National County Sports Meet duty. And the worst of all, when it's a sustained injury during that time, it becomes the responsibility of the club team. That's something club presidents, club officials. An opportunity for Maryland County. Good work coming off his goal line. And it's a corner for Maryland County. Joninto Sei. And it's a 2nd corner kick for Maryland County. Thomas Stowe is going to take that corner. The corner goes in. And it's a head up. A brought down easily by Sinoe County goalkeeper Gionanto.
Yeah, Anthony. Great for Tokpa wearing jersey number 2, who just took the corner kick. Few years back, he was the youngest player in the National County Sports League. He was featured at the age 16 years when Maryland County played their quarterfinals game at the Anthony Totman Stadium.
Yep, and now he stay here playing for Maryland County. And there are some players who are very much committed to some of these counties, some of them their own county, but there are others who are just in the competition or the tournament to set record to play for almost all of the teams or counties in the tournament. Sinoe County defense not well settled here. Another one given away there to Maryland County. Maryland now in possession. A long cross comes in. It's been put out for a corner. Sinoe County need to be very careful, very sluggish in their possession when it comes to defensive play. And now Maryland are taking their third corner. Moses, you've been watching this game. We've gone almost 27 minutes. And Maryland County are not too good when it comes to their defensive clearance.
Well, I think Maryland has to be very careful as it relates to clearances from their area, same as Sinoe County. What has happened actually is that the two teams have been sitting back, looking to see whether they can grab each other on the break. If you look at Maryland County are trying to catch Sinoe from both left and right side of their attack, and same as Maryland County, Sinoe County, who are doing from the left-hand side through their captain. So overall, we hope that they can capitalize on that. Like you see, there's a beautiful through ball on the far side here.
Yep, Willow Jones with that beautiful through ball. Maryland County, an opportunity. Oh! Maryland County coming very close after Willie Jones sent in that through ball. Milson Union had a clear opportunity but didn't utilize it, and eventually Harris Cooper possessed the ball, kept struggling, looking for a foot to kick, and he intended or later decided to pass it to a teammate, but his teammate was in the best position. So
you know, Anthony, you don't waste these kind of chances. This is a knockout competition. If you are defeated, you out. It means that your travel from Harper all the way through Plibo to Monrovia has all gone to waste. So you don't waste these kind of chances. They've had a couple of them. This should be the second clearance of opportunities they'll have in this first half. And they've come closer than Sinoe County.
Obviously, coming very close. And like Moses said, you have to take your chances. You have to make use of them. Because if you do not, once your opponents capitalize on theirs and get the result they want, it will definitely be late for you. So Maryland County having the best of chances so far.
And they have been it. This is because they've compacted their midfield. They starting the press from almost into the third half of Sinoe County defense. If you can see, Sinoe have a lot of men in their area. And the entire center circle, if you look, you see yellow and green shirts, and that's not a good kind of system you want to play with as a coach. You see now they're in possession, they've been outnumbered by the Marylanders. And absolutely, the outside trap is working also for the Marylanders.
Obviously, and Sinoe County have to be very much crafty in their tactics. Perhaps they want to use a defensive style of play or counter attack, but it's not working for them here, so they have to re-strategize to come up with better tactics. Willie Jones causing lots of problem here for Sinoe County. On the left side of their defense, that was a long ball intended for Christian Gabler, but not too good. Maryland County relax in their defense.
Yeah, Anthony, we were in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. We saw a perfect display from Sinoe County against the Boys of Grand Bassa County. To be most precise, player wearing jersey number 10 is Christian Gabler alongside Thomas Barr. They are not showing our performances we saw from them in Grand Bassa. What do you make of that?
Well, I think they have been overwhelmed by Maryland here. Maryland with a very crowded midfield. So whenever Sinoe get the ball. They have very good wingers, good forwards. So they intend playing from the wings. But unfortunately, they're not getting what they plan to do from those style of play or that style of play. So at the end of the day, it is Maryland County that are dominating in possession and dominating in opportunities, in chances. Christian Gabler fighting his way through the defense of Maryland County, but it's been cleared out of danger area by Maryland County. And Willie Jones has been quite exceptional here.
And let me just say, Maryland will have to be very careful, because if you look up front for Sinoe County, they got some outstanding and exciting, skillful players. As you look at Christian Gabler, like you said, Thomas Barr, as well as Louis Lawyer. Every time they go into attack, you see the kind of pace, you see the kind of hunger and agility in them. If only they can settle from the center or the middle part of the pitch, they will have better opportunities here, and they could probably surprise Maryland County.
Yeah, that's something they lack right now. You have to settle in the midfield, but very good from the flanks through their attacks. Christian Gabler, Thomas Barr, Louis Leon, all very good, very hungry for the ball, but not getting it as expected. So I think the coach needs to come in the dugout and talk to his team, give those instructions, and tell them exactly what's lacking at the moment, because Maryland County keep dominating. And Maryland County as well need to make very good use of their chances, because if you do not, your opponent is going to capitalize on that.
And you know, Anthony, we've had 2 clear-cut chances from Maryland County. We haven't seen one from Sinoe. Who knows? Whatever comes their way will be the best of opportunity for them, and they could capitalize on it. These kind of games, you have to be sharp. You have to be very smart, because chances come very narrowly in this kind of competition, especially when it's a knockout event.
Sure, it is a knockout event, so you have to make good use of the chances. Maryland County dominating in that at the moment, so they have to properly utilize them. So still goalless here at the Samarkand Sports Complex. This is KMTV coming to you live from the SKD, bringing you live actions as they unfold in the 2019-2020 edition of the country's biggest sporting festival, the National County Sports Meet. After the preliminaries, we are now into the quarterfinals, and earlier on today, or just later this evening, Grand Crew County booked their ticket to the semi-finals after a 2-0 win over Riverside County here at the SKD. And in kickball, Magibi County demolished their opponents 14-1 home run. And we're now into the last 10 minutes of this match. 10 minutes plus other time in the first 45. And kickball defending champions Christian Gabler fighting his way through the half of Maryland County, but he was brought down. Reverend Moses Fokpa sounds his whistle for an infringement. So it's a free kick for Sinoe County. Like I earlier said, Christian Gabler is that hit man that Maryland County will have to be very careful with. And the defense is struggling a little bit to contain him. You have to send out 2 defenders out there to contain, because he's very strong, very skillful, has the pace. So he's going to cause that trouble for the defense. So they have to be very careful here, as Sinoe now have a free kick closing the half of Maryland County.
I think moments ago we've been talking about Christian Gabler alongside Thomas Barr and Louis Lawon. These guys, I pace it. They kind of tricky as it relates to containing with the opposition defensive players. So that was just one example. If they sharpen up and take control of the center cycle, they would probably have an opportunity to surprise Maryland County, as they have a free kick and it goes in and it's deflected into the wall. So it's going to be It's going to be a throw into Sinoe, but no, the ball is still into play, and it's Maryland. That player on the far side trying to take on his marker. Yes, he gets by, but he's been tackled there. The chase is up on the left-hand side. Good control. Looking for some of his men to move forward. Number 11 now. Yeah, he receives, but is beautifully intercepted.
Yep, Maryland counted with a very good midfield. Do the bit up from the center circle. Sends it to the attackers. Sinoe County defense been struggling with their clearance. They do have a very good attack, but continue to struggle from the midfield. So we're now into less than 10 minutes to the end of this first half. Still goalless yet.
Anthony, the legs of Mason Gold of Maryland County, Mason Gold Jr. wearing jersey number 21, who plays in the center circle for Maryland County. He's showing a very excellent performance here today. You can see a ball, he passes connectivity, he ball possession, they are all in tight. So he's an excellent midfielder. I hope the legs of the junior national team coaches are taking serious stats on the players.
Yep, that's something you have to pay keen attention to, because time is not their friend. Perhaps they've been overlooking the first 45, or they do overlook the first 45. But it's very important in football to utilize your chances, especially at this stage of a tournament. And Marylanders felt that there was a free kick in their favor, but it's a free kick for Sinoe County. Milton Uleja is going to take that free kick. The free kick goes in. Not properly taken. Now Maryland in possession on the counter attack. A long through ball goes in there, intended for Willie Jones, who is putting up a chase. This goalkeeper, one of the Allisons, putting up a skillful play there to dribble. That's Jonato. Putting up a very skillful play there against Willie Jones. Sinoe County seem to be building up the rhythm as we come to the close of this first 45. Now doing all they can. A long ball intended for Christian Gabla, but it's too hard.
And you know, Maryland County is trying to contain Sinoe in the middle of the park, because probably they think Sinoe do have some firepower in the center side. Where every time they get away, the captain, Daniel Say, coming into the center cycle, try to compact the midfield. That is trying to augment the numbers that comes alongside the three midfielders, and they're actually playing with two holding midfielders.
Yep. We are also joined in studio by Giant Tobit, sports reporter at Front Page Africa and Sports Liberia. Giant, you watched this game. We're going to the close of the first 45. What do you make of the game so far?
Anthony, thank you very much for welcoming me here. If you look at the lead so far, is that goal have been a problem for all of the teams from the group stage up to now. No team has scored over 25 goals, and you see Maryland County and Sinoe County. If you look at the ratio of goals that Sinoe County triumphed in a group that contained Grand Bassa County and that of River Cess and Mount Gibby, you'll see that there was a very poor outing from the goal score in totality. They are still continuing this year. They are now in the final tail of the pitch. They are now utilizing those chances. It's very poor. They had to see how best they can utilize chances and hard shot on target. For almost 40 minutes we are going in the game, no shot on target. That is absolutely poor from both stars. You have to see how best you can use Slerion and out of Christian Gabla and the goal scorer against Sinoe against the game that their second game, Sinoe County's second game against Mount Gibby, and they had one guy who was wearing the 15 jersey, Prince David. Prince David had a fantastic game. He came from on the bench. He scored that constant winner, and that was something that was proven fact. So you need to take you need to take chances. You have to take chances. You have to use your talents, man, and you utilize those chances. But for now, the Rivers game, there's no chances created for Sinoe and out of Maryland County. They are not utilizing chances. They are not creating chances. They are no ball on target. So what is happening to our tournament? What is happening to the goal scoring team? I think the coaches need to work on that as well.
Obviously, that's a major problem even within our national league, our national team as well. When we are playing, we struggle with it. And talking about Prince David, perhaps he's very good when he comes as a substitute because he has been, or he started this game, so he's in the starting 11, so you're not getting what you're getting from him. Perhaps in place like Chikarito, where he sits on the bench and then observe the game. Whenever he comes in, you get that result from him. So this time around, you're not getting it. Christian Gabla is the one who is putting up that chase in the defense of Maryland County, but he's been tightly marked. And as we saw a few moments ago, he was brought down. So not much is being seen from them. Not much as well. We talk about ball on target from the two teams, but Maryland County have had our best of chances, best of opportunities, coming very close with more attacks, unlike Sinoe County, who continue to struggle to build from the midfield. So still goalless yet. 41 minutes, 4 minutes plus added time left to be played. Central referee Moses Fokpa, Liberia's newly badged FIFA referee, is taking charge of this one as the match official. Alongside Sekou Kone Jr., also a FIFA badged referee. So still goalless yet in the half of Sinoe County. This player wearing jersey number 15. So Sinoe County on the attack, Douglas Koluba, but he was brought down. A great interception there, but it's being brought under control by Maryland County, cleared up the danger area. Stay in their half, Maryland County stay in possession. Very relaxed, but give a poor pass in the end. Now Sinoe County in possession. James Gilway, another poor pass. Now Willie Jones sending a true ball intended for his teammate, and he wins it. Let's see what happens. Sends in another pass. And there's a very beautiful display there. Very beautiful combination from Willie Jones and his teammate Patrick Williams. Not Patrick Williams, but Thomas Stowe. But unfortunately, when he gave that pass in the end, it didn't just go the way they wanted it. A very beautiful display. A great combination, a perfect pass there from Willie Jones. But unfortunately, Maryland County didn't utilize that. And now we're going to the close of the first 45.
And you know, Anthony, this is why they have to sharpen up. You have to take your chances. Because if you don't take your chances, you probably will get shocked along the line when your opposition gets one of these half chances to bury you. This was a 2-on-1 situation. And what you do is that you have to bury it, and that is what happened to Maryland County. They will have themselves to be blamed, and I can say for sure that Sinoe also has to go back into the dressing room and try to design a kind of strategy in their center cycle, because Maryland seems to be the one taking all control in that middle of the park.
So a few moments ago, referee, that's the fourth official, signal that we are now into 1 minute of added time left to be played in this first 45 here at the Samarkand Sports Complex.
And apart from that, Anthony, I'm not seeing the kind of talent, I'm not seeing the kind of firepower in terms of comparing it to different county meets that we've had. You see the talent, you see the kind of players who are ready and prepared, talking about the likes of Edward Lennon, who are now David Toer, and the list goes on and on and on. Vafin Jabate, Benjamin Lulo. You kind of look at players in the county meet and say that yes, we have talents in Liberia. But so far, we've seen 2 quarterfinal matches. I haven't seen the kind of stars that we should be talking about.
Yeah. So the first half whistle has been sounded. So we are now into So we are now into the halftime break here at the Samarkand Sports Complex. Still goalless between Maryland County and Sinoe County here at the
The first half ended goalless. And Maryland County, as a matter of fact, dominated the first half in attacks, defensively in midfield as well, strikes on target. Let's see how the second and final half will be. And the first game ended in favor of Grand Crook County. They are through to the semifinals of the 2019-2020 National County Sports Meet. They defeated Riverside by 2-0. So we hope to see what the second half will showcase here at the Samarkand Sports Complex in Painesville City, outside the nation's capital, Monrovia. This is the National County Sports Meet, proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia, and KMTV is bringing that to you as you're watching it on your own screen. We appreciate you wherever you're watching from. And KMTV, our crack team is here, headed by Randall P. Jackson, Emmanuel, his right next door, judging. Let's continue our second and final half here. And it's Maryland County. Daniel Toe, he's not a skipper of Maryland, trying to cause the damage for Sinoe. There's going to be trouble on strike into the arms of goalkeeper Saye, Juanito Saye, very relaxed goalkeeper. And Maryland County appears to be unbending in their attacking prowess against Sinoe. The boss on Harper City. And they top their zone. Sinoe finished second with 4 points. Daniel Toe, the head made a strike. One off target. Very ambitious. Maryland County against Sinoe County in the quarter-final stage of the National County Sports Meet, the second and final game. And for the quarter-final stage, and we have the last in the quarter on Monday, when Lofa, I beg your pardon, but in terms of popularity, the zeal, the momentum, the motivation, Lofa County appears to be the favorite. And they will be going up against the defending champions, Bombing. Daniel Toe once more. A pass anticipation wasn't as perfect as he wanted it to be, throwing advantage to Sinoe County. Sinoe County defense working overtime as a result of the goalkeeper of Sinoe County is down. Juanito Saye is down. He's down. We just did not see that tackle. But Saye is down. Hope it would not prove costly. Hope it won't prove costly for Sinoe County. You watching KMTV here at the Samarkand Sports Complex in Painesville City, outside the nation's capital, Monrovia. Is the National County Sports Meet honoring the team sustaining the peace through sports. Very pivotal sector of our country. Peace, security. And we have to ensure that we sustain and maintain it to the core, because that's the only way we can move about our normal businesses. Former Speaker of the House of Representatives, former representative of Bombing County, Cheneka Alex Talo is here. Bombing will be locking horns against one of the favorites in the competition, Lofa, on Monday. And why Bapolo County will take on one of the giants as far as county meet is concerned, Nimba, on Monday in the second encounter. In kickball, Lofa against Bombing, Bonk against Monserrato. So as it stands, the two teams have got just one to their credit respectively. Maryland County won the county meet in 1956 during the birth of the county meet. After 30 years, Sinoe County won it in 1986. And so far, they've got one to their credit respectively. The anticipation very high. To see if they will continue from this end to the semis and to the grand finals respectively. Veteran captain Patrick J. Williams from Maryland County. You already know, you already aware, Sinoe in dominant white and green, white. And Maryland County in dominant yellow and green respectively. And the guys from Harper City, Plebo Sadikan District, the Speaker of the 54th National Legislature, Beaufort Chambers, Honorable Dr. Beaufort Chambers, is in attendance with high anticipation. The Priority Minister, Mambutu Flanyempan, is also here. Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, Councillor Joseph Yinetu Nangbe is here from Sinoe County. I saw the Superintendent of Sinoe County, Lee Nangbe Chie, is here during their qualification in Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. He was all over the place celebrating, and according to him, Sinoe County is here for the trophy spiritually, physically, traditionally and morally, as well as financially. Let's see if out of the kitchen adjectives and wordings will be exhibited here today. Anthony Kwekwe, award-winning sports journalist in the Republic of Liberia, as far as LFA is concerned. The town was in here, the man you met. Emmanuel Smosin Davis, Inspector General. He was from Maryland County. She's been celebrating from the beginning up to this present time. And Josephine Davis is in our commentary booth. Very shortly we'll speak with her. And she's dressed in the Maryland attire, side attraction, smartly dressed. Let's see Maryland in attack. And she's here to motivate the citizens from Maryland County. I saw her earlier on in the stands cheering the boys. And she's not deterred, whatever the case is, with the results so far. Very optimistic about Maryland County. And the guys from Harper City will hopefully go through, taking a glance from the end of the stadium. Sinoe still struggling to get control of this game. Maryland County still dominating. You live on KMTV. Welcome on over, Davis.
It's a pleasure.
I saw you in the stands already celebrating, though you are yet to get a goal. Why your confidence is building so high?
I have confidence because I know my boys. The first half they dominated the game. They just need to put their acts together and shake the net of Sinoe County. But when it comes to ball possession and coordination of the game, my boys are dominating the Sinoe County defense. So we just need them to shake that net, that's all. But we have a better team than Sinoe County.
You are so optimistic. What happens if the car turn around?
I trust my goalkeeper. You saw Sinoe attacks. He saved all. So I know that my boys are prepared spiritually and physically. They're going to defeat the boys of Sinoe County face down.
Finally, anything you like to say to Marylanders?
I want to encourage Marylanders that it's a need that we support our team. We have one county and we can never be deported out of that county. Now we are.
Thank you so much. I can say congratulations because the game is now over. Wish you well, hopefully.
Thank you so much.
Vasa, Honorable Josephine Davis there, giving our take. If you're watching, if you are an official from any of the counties watching KMTV, you can make your way to KMTV subsidiaries studio and we will do same for you, whether you're from Sinoe, whatever county you're from. She's very optimistic, relying in in the ability of a goalkeeper to do something special for them. Sinoe County, one of the 3 original counties in Liberia, still struggling to put their hands together. Sinoe County is still struggling. Maryland County, no goal yet. They are getting the support from the spectators in terms of their possession quality. We yet to see much from Christian Tabla. The gambler that is the poorest on Thomas Barr and Christian Gabler. Yet to see that from Sinoe Counties and brilliant play so far in midfield. Maryland, the veteran Williams Patrick. This could be trouble. Foul, yes. A reverend sounds the whistle. 55 minutes into the second and final half. It's Maryland County still dominating. As a matter of fact, Maryland County over 4 years been doing extremely well in the county meet, going to the quarter, semi, and grand finals respectively. KMTV, Creative Mass Television, Liberia's #1 online television. Undisputed, undoubtedly, unquestionable. Emmanuel Smosin Davis. He's also from the Quas end.
Julius, why are you so energized? Is it that Sinoe is playing? Is it because your county Sinoe is playing? Is that the reason?
I'm trying to professionally glue, I will not say draw, but glue our many spectators to this game so that they can feel the zest, and so that they can feel the presence while they are away. Though they are seeing exactly what's happening, they are picturing, but to feel a part that they are here. So that's what we are doing. Thank you for the question. Throw quickly, faking. Sinoe County, not impressive. Goal kick. Emmanuel Davis, you saw the first half as a utility player. You play in midfield, right flank. Maryland County doing well, but they just cannot get a goal.
Yes, Julius, I think one of the journalists questioned here by Anthony Kukui, he did speak my mind. Almost all of our players from the beginning, from the onset of this 2019-2020 National County Sports Meet, they've not been able to do the finishing touches. They do the play in the middle, they approach the goalpost, but at the end nothing happens. So it's a kind of frustrating for a country like Liberia that is still trying, still struggling to build a national team. And so when you have the boys coming from this level going up to the national level without getting the fundamental of finishing what they've initiated, I think it is a problem. So let the guys forget about fear, let them allay their fears, let them as well concentrate whenever they go in front of the goalpost. Let them forget about phobia. No matter what's happening, who's watching, I think it's a place that you have to make your name, Julia. So for me, I'm not really impressed at the moment. I need to see my boys, because when you come from here, you will definitely end up at the national level, the national team, where you'll be wearing our national colors, the red, white, and blue. So if you underperform here and you get on the national team, I mean, that's the same result we're going to get from you. The likes of Benjamin Lulu, that's a name that I remember in the county meet. But what are we seeing here? Absolutely, I don't see that kind of challenge. The zeal is not there, the enthusiasm. I don't know what's happening. Is it that there is no support? Is it, can we tie this to some national issues? But that's another discussion that we can all table for another time so that we can get the necessary support needed by these boys, by these girls who are playing football, kickball, and other sports in Liberia.
58 minutes. Roland, you played the game very well before coming to Moses very shortly. And second half, traditionally, Liberian players, what can you say about their own performance?
Their performance of recent is very, very much denigrating. We look at the list of Sekou Jabatel, Wodan Jebo, Benjamin Lulu. These were names that have made they have made exceptional game when it comes to the world of soccer. But looking at our young players these days, they are not persistent. They will perform like 1 season, 2 seasons. At the end of the day, you cannot see any other thing. So I think they need to put us on level of consistency in their game.
Consistency do matter. O'Connor for Sinoe County. Douglas Vass. Let's see. This player, Douglas Koluba. Koluba from Sinoe. Very interesting. That's the counter meet. It doesn't matter. And so the referee is trying to instruct the players that this is the game of fair play.
And
friendship matters.
you know, Julius, you were talking about. But before we can go to it, let's see the corner taken. Moses, Fogba, signals. Koluba swings one low, but that was very poor. But he's setting to play, but finally touched across the line by Silla one for a goal kick to Maryland County, who have had a better share of possession in this game, more chances to speak about, but they've not buried any of them into the back of the net. Like you were saying, I haven't seen that kind of hunger, that test among the players in this quarterfinal fixture. Even the first one, Grand Crew may have won, but I think Rewa says shares a better hand of possession. They control everything throughout the entire fixture. But this fixture, I think, is quite a lackluster fixture. I haven't seen that firepower among the players. Nobody is hungry. Julius, absolutely.
Sure, and Sinoe County struggle for the fact to qualify to the stage of the competition. They won their first game 2-1. Their second game, and they lost 2-1. Their third game, goalless. And so, and despite it, the little possession advantage, but Maryland County is proving why they top their zone. 61, 62 minutes into the second and final half here at V. Eskedi, Anthony Kwe, Emmanuel Davis, Roland Banaka, Moses, Ambassador Moses, colleague Gazewu. Please, I won't be here in contempt. Ambassador is always ambassador. Emmanuel Smosin is Right Reverend Davis. Josiah Weah, Ronald P. Jackson, Rampa Jack, and so showing advantage to Sinoe County. For what we see, we just cannot predict whatever, but for what we see, this game might end up with a trouble in terms of the time meaning of goal. Again, this game is brought to you through the courtesy Orange Liberia, the proud sponsor of the National County Sports Meet, and a host of other sponsors. KMTV that's bringing that to you live and direct. We appreciate your comments. I know the interaction just not easy. It's just not easy, and that's the beauty of the game. Maryland County in attack. 3-man attacks. This could be trouble for Sinoe. Still trouble for Sinoe. Wow.
You know, you have to, when you get in these areas, you have to be very clinical. You have to be sharp. You have to be attentive, because these chances don't come quite easily. They don't come quite easily, because Maryland County, Okay, because Maryland County, you have to understand that you have just a chance to enter into the opposition 18-yard area. That is, your side might be punished along the line. And Roland was keeping an eye. Roland, you saw that that was a pace run. That was a clear opportunity for Maryland.
Yeah, he reminds me of the former African Player of the Year, Mohamed Salah, who plays for Liverpool. That was a clever dribbling and a clever entry in that by that Maryland County attacker. I think the Sinoe County defense need to be very mindful of how they carry on their defensive tactics. But looking at just close to 65 minutes going the game, you cannot see any kind of a substitution you think will be made by the two coaches. I don't know why Liberian coaches delay with substitutions.
They're still playing with the same tactics, and I don't know what's going to be happening at the moment. A player of Sinoe is on the ground. We've seen not too much of individual brilliance in this game. We've not seen team tactical approaches. Everyone probably just playing their regular formation. Maryland has been playing with 3 men in the center cycle, playing from the wing. They've done well. They've created a couple of chances. Sinoe also have come on half chances, led by Christian Bala, Thomas Bay and Louis Lawon. But Daniel Toe has been a thorn in the flesh of Sinoe County. That's Sinoe County, to be honest. And this player is going off. He's stumbling. That's Prince David. Jeez. That's James Gawe, Maryland, number 27, pushes the ball far across field. It's headed away by the number 8 of that's Patrick Williams from Maryland. Maryland staying in possession. The long ball on the far side. I don't think he can get it. He's between 3 defenders, and Sinoe gets away. The long ball comes in. Fine chase. There's a chance for Sinoe County. Oh my goodness. That's something. That's something. I don't know, but it was too tight, very close. Anthony saw that. You think the assistant referee was on top of that?
Yep, he signaled his flag for an offside, but referee wasn't looking there, and later he realized that his assistant flag was up, so he sounded his whistle for an offside. I think the both teams are trying to, or have also realized that they don't have any time in their favor again, or else we'll be heading for extra time or penalty shootout. So they are doing all they can to break the deadlock here, and Maryland County are the ones since the start of this game that have had the best of chances in their attacks. Willie Jones of Philadelphia Lone Star Liberia chapter putting up a very good individual brilliance from the right flank to get the goal for Maryland County, but in the end the finishes are very poor, so the two teams are still struggling as the game remains goalless yet at the Summer County Sports Complex.
And they've had some begging chances, begging opportunities that probably would have buried Sinoe County 3 by now, since indeed Sinoe is slipping. The ball is in the middle of the cycle. Slawon goes for it, he misses it, and the chase is up. Nice control from that player of Maryland County. Here they come, long ball trying to flick on top of the head of that player, but Maryland over better hand, number 8 Williams. But Sinoe over better hand now. This is number 13 for Sinoe. Keeps it in play as Bro pushes far across, intended for his captain. That's Bala. Bala was beating to it. A long clearance comes in. There should be the foul, but the referee says no because it was a late tackle. Kai Swen was caught late on that clearance.
Yeah, that was a poor decision there initially by the second linesman, Segu Conan Jr., calling for offside against Sinoe County. That's a very poor decision, I tell you, Moses Gazu.
Absolutely. Maryland trying to change the angle now. Referee says it's foul against the captain, Christian Bala, for the number 12. That's the number 21 of Maryland County, Mason Gold Jr. The free kick to be taken midway across the halfway line. changes the angle to the number 3. It comes here now to Maryland. Comes over, change the ball is squared in the area. It's clear of the danger zone, but it's still there. It bounces off that player. And Maryland still have a better hand. This player is there. He wants to get a shot on, but he's been twatted along the line. He places onto his far side. Can this player delivers a cross? Yeah, he does it, and it's headed away from the danger zone, but it's still there. Maryland County, it bounces off his teammate. That was a nice shot. And can he deliver a cross? Trying to deliver it, but it's just off. But this is a chance for Sinoe County to defend here. Oh my goodness, Maryland are getting bagging opportunities here.
That was a poor attempt there by Willow Jones of Maryland County. In the area of your opponent, that has to do with the 18-yard box. You need to be a very relaxed player whenever you're in possession. It reminds me of the legs of Robert Firmino, who plays for Liverpool. Whenever you see your opponent backs, you see him put us on level of relaxation.
You have to be an intimidating attacking player that even when the opposition defender is coming, he knows that he's going to meet someone who probably he can easily get the ball out of.
Yeah. Now look at the legs of other local Liberian footballer. Look at the legs of Mohamed Vani. Mohamed Vani is a very relaxed footballer whenever he's in the opponent box. Then look at the legs of Jim Soto Roberts, who won't play for FPRC order. These are all excellent players. So you need to be very relaxed. That has been some of the problem of the Liberians attackers.
This is Sinoe County. This could be one of their best of opportunities. The captain, Bala gets away, but Maryland can break away now. It's intercepted. Reverend says it's no foul, but Maryland reconsolidated. The ball is played long for the captain, Daniel Toe, but Sinoe with a better hand. This is the captain. This is Christian. Not Christian, but it's on to the number 13 now for Sinoe. Bro delivers a cross in, is headed off and clear of the danger zone. Sinoe coming alive now.
Yeah, Sinoe is coming alive. They are coming alive. You can see some connectivity from the team. I think they were given a pep talk from the coach, because I saw during the injury of a player wearing jersey number 6 of Sinoe County, that's the man, James Gawe. I saw the coach of Sinoe giving some pep talk to James Gawe that when you go on that page, you need to do X, Y, Z. So I think that based on that, they are capitalizing, making some runs in.
You have to make some tactical and technical decisions as the gaffer of any team. That's what has happened now. But Maryland still the better side in this game. If they go to extra time or post-match penalty and lost this match, they will blame themselves here. House Speaker Buffer Chambers will be quite disappointed. Maryland County, one of the first foundation members of Liberia, though they became a member of the Republic of Liberia in 1957. Sinoe County has been a long-standing fight. They had a dedicated signed declarations of independence. That was Mississippi in Africa that time. So they are part of the 15 counties of Liberia participating in the sporting fair, Liberia's biggest traditional sports festival. The long ball is there now. The chase comes in. Sinoe County, brilliant defensive work from that player. Pushes across in the middle of the park. Sinoe coming alive now, little by little. Referee says it's foul. Good call by the referee. Moses Fakba, he deserves the FIFA badge.
Yeah, exactly. His performance here today as a central referee, it proved exceptional. I think he's no exception of being awarded that recognition.
We are now seeing a little flare coming to this game. Probably the clock is taking 72 minutes into the last 20 minutes of this half, of this 90 minutes, because the player probably knows the clock is ticking. This is the chance. It's headed away. Corner to Sinoe County. Corner to Sinoe County. This should be their second corner of the match so far. So they are gradually, and all of them have come in the second half. The supporters of Sinoe County are yearning that the one goal, can this one be delivered properly? It's delivered in the area, but poorly delivered. That was a poor corner. You have to capitalize on this kind of opportunity, especially when your team is on the back foot. The ball is there, it's headed away from the danger zone. But Sinoe County over better here, the shot comes in. That's a half chance, off target by James Gawe. James was just on an injury lineup moments ago.
Yeah, Moses Gaza, the cheering from the spectators, it shows 100% the beauty and the passion of the game. You take exception of that all around the world. You hear the spectators whenever the opponent team or the attacking team's possession is in their opponent half, you hear them cheering, we need goal.
We come to you, but let's acknowledge a substitution here for Sinoe County. This is the first substitution of the match from both sides. Sinoe. Slawon is out, that's Louis Slawon is out, and coming in is Leo Waller. Waller is wearing number 16 jersey. So what can Waller do? Can he add something? But at the moment we have a player of Maryland County on the ground, and he's being attended to by the medics from the Maryland County bench. So he will be walked off the pitch as per the regulation. So we have 74 minutes of regulated time plus added time to go. It's Sinoe County 0, Maryland County 0. That's the scoreline here in this quarterfinal match of the National County Sports Meet. KMTV coming to you live here from the Samarkand Sports Complex. The official broadcast partners of the National County Sports Meet of the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. This is Bala, was straight from behind. The referee says no, he come up. That was a fair challenge. I think probably he thought that he couldn't get on top of that any longer, so he went to ground.
Yeah, it requires physicality. Whenever you try to beat your opponent defense, you have to put us on level of physicality. So I think Christian should have put in more energetic skills there to see how best you could capitalize on positive results.
Throwing for Sinoe. Headed away. Maryland in possession now. The long clearance comes in from Galway. Not Galway, but Williams. The ball is now up. This is the chase. Referee says no, it's a fair challenge. That should have been an offside flag wait, because that player of Sinoe anticipated the ball. It's headed away again by number 3 from Maryland County, Vincent Weir.
Yeah, but Moses, the new rules of outside says that the player that is in the outside position need to touch the ball.
Yeah, to have a contact with the ball. You should have a physical contact with the ball. And the other player actually had a contact with the ball.
Exactly. So I think the second lines official should have called for an offside, because the opponent team can use that as an opportunity to get a goal. Substitution
from the side of Maryland County, tactical change. I think Thomas Toll. I didn't see his number.
Willie Jones.
Willie Jones. Willie Jones from Philadelphia, Lone Star from Liberia chapter, and Emmanuel Poti comes in. Emmanuel Poti with a dreaded hair comes in. He will play in central forward position now. The long ball, he gets his first touch. Yes, he gets it. Beats by his marker. But brilliant defensive work. That player goes down. The referee says it's foul. And Poti goes to the box. Just 30 seconds on the pitch.
I tell you, that's the beauty of the game. Actually, you don't expect that as a coach. Probably he was trying to create an opportunity to move in with an attack, but obviously he won the contract. So I think that was a poor challenge on Poti.
I remember in 2010, on the way to Soccer City in South Africa, Command Demore in peace to his archer said, "I'm wearing a dark suit. We'll be commentating for the BBC World Service. But I'm telling you, in this quarterfinals of the FIFA 2010 World Cup, I'm wearing my Black Star jersey that depicts my African color, that depicts my Ghanaian nationality inside my blood." Same as Julius Compton is here for Sinoe County, but he's bearing his hatchet to deliver what is required for you in professional sports commentary and journalism.
And so Moses, you just historicize that particular to the core, and we are just doing exactly that as per professional journalists. And despite Sinoe is playing, but we are doing our best to ensure that the commentary is as our thousands of viewers are watching. And so far, Sinoe County, comparatively to what we saw in Buchanan, we are not living up to that. Maryland is up to the core, but the finishing touches is so far what we want to see here. But anything is possible. You can dominate. At the end of the day, the goal can be the change of the game.
Absolutely. Pessimism is what made coming from both sides. Substitution, number 16 will come on for Sinoe County. That's Maryland County, number 16. That's Aaron Duran. Duran will come on for Sinoe County. I don't know who's coming on. That player, okay. I think he took a long roll. On the far side. First substitution for, that's the second substitution for Maryland County. Throwing. Maryland over better chance now. This player turns around in the 18-yard box, squares one, intended for his teammate, but it was thwarted. Number 3 now for Maryland County, gives it to a teammate. Brilliant defensive work from Sinoe. But Maryland still with it. This player trying to get away. The referee said play continues, but that was an absolute hard tackling moment there, closer to the box of Sinoe County. Maryland with the better side in this game. I see the fires are getting light up here because we are going gradually to the full-time whistle. We into the last 10 minutes, so to speak, plus at the time. If no one scores, we go to extra 30 minutes before post-match penalties. That's the regulation in this national counter sports meet. Goalkeeper for Sinoe, Jonanto Sai, right-footed. Is headed away. Can Maryland get a better hand? Yet they have it. In the middle of the park is Thomas Toll. Thomas Toll pushes across. The goalkeeper comes in. He's willing. And Maryland County almost got it. They almost got it. Unlucky. Absolutely. Patrick Dwyer.
So it's Maryland County looking very close to scoring. Sluggish goalkeeping from Savage. He took a picture of that particular one-time effort. You see Marylanders edging out. Another counter attack. To Maryland County, good defensive work from this player from Sinoe. Still in the danger zone. The referee is right there. And throwing advantage to Maryland County. And Maryland County all over the park is actually a very good movement for them now. But they yet to get a goal. Referee is disinterested. Daniel Toe was brought down. Sinoe County, the skipper, Christian Gabla. He's onto it. He's not there for this. Poor one, very selfish indeed from Christian Gabla. Very selfish. The spectators are furious with Christian. The Marylanders are cheering from this end. Sinoe County 0, Maryland 0 here at the SKD. Infringement for what we see so far. 82 minutes into the second and final half. A goal for either side could be the deciding moment. Creative Minds Television, KMTV, live and direct. Here at the Samarkand Sport Complex. The final game for the quarterfinal stage in today's encounter. Earlier, Grand Cook County booked ticket and to the Siemens, convincingly defeating Riverside by 2-0. It's all Southeastern Kwa, generally a fixture here. That's the Kwa fixture. Cheer, putting up a chest. Good goalkeeping. Maryland County, very composed. Very composed. Maryland County. This could be trouble for Sinoe. This player has 1 minute to contend with. A brilliant pass. Good defending. No trouble to Sinoe. One of the 3 original counties of Liberia. Sinoe County 0. Maryland County 0. Sinoe County is one of the 3 original counties of Liberia. That's Sinoe, That's Monserrato and Grand Bassa respectively. Maryland County 1956, they won the National County Sports Meet. Sinoe County 1986, 30 years after. And they are anticipating, hopefully, to win this 2019-2020 respectively. The Speaker of the 54th National Legislature, Honorable Dr. Buffer Chambers, is still here. Former Senator now, Public Works Minister Mabudu Fla Nyempa is also here from Sinoe County, along with the Superintendent. This could be trouble for Maryland into the danger zone. Sinoe County calculation very poor and destroying advantage.
You know, when you get into these areas, you have to be tactically disciplined. You have to have a mindset that I haven't been here quite a long time, and I'm here now. I have to make use of it. That's what, as a player, you have to anticipate all of the time.
The two brothers on the attack, dispossessed. The two teams, from what we see, the guys are really, no wonder why they are from the southeast. They are physically fit. They are energy. It reminds me of the reserve energy from Manchester United. That's the man, J.S. Park, Roland Banaka.
Yeah, the coach of Maryland County had just introduced the player wearing jersey number 16, known as Aaron During, commonly known as Pablo Ama, who plays for Congress SC, the champion of the third division championship at ATS, living district number 10. He had been introduced by the coach of Maryland County. He's a very energetic midfielder. Sinoe County need to take serious exception of him.
It's still goalless, winding down to the 9 minutes, 85, if you will. Thank you so much for following us, all of our many viewers in Liberia and elsewhere. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you for your comments and your analysis and the debates. And obviously, we'll continue the support for your respective counties as well. Maryland County causing troubles for Sinoe, the captain. Christian Gabla, Francis teammate, now into the danger zone. Christian and Thomas are not coordinating well, as we saw in Buchanan. And I think that is because of the defensive posture. And they've built the walls of Gibraltar. And so they just cannot penetrate that easily. And perhaps they have to consult the Almighty. And so 86 minutes. Maryland, this could be trouble for Sinoe. Very confident goalkeeper.
I don't think that was a bit of error from goalkeeper Junanto Sai. He hesitated to come off his line, and every time you come off your line as a goalkeeper, you have to be ruthless. Your target should be to get the ball, especially when the ball is in your area. That was a half chance. Probably that would have bounced off his chest or probably off his hand.
The bravery from that striker. We did not see that, the bravery from that striker. So goalkeeper Savage will now go on to that one. The counter attacks from Sinoe County. Christian Gabla, the skipper, beat past one. That's his area. He finds Thomas. Thomas is being heavily tackled. You see the fans of Maryland County. And they want the goal. You can see them. The fans of Maryland County, they need a goal. Similarly to Sinoe.
And this is what I like to see. Now I see the flair of the game. I see a bit of tactical display, playing the ball from left to right into the middle of the field, trying to take on one-on-one with your opposition player. I think that is what requires, especially as young players, trying to exhibit your kind of potential in these competitions.
One of the brains of Sinoe County is being brought down. We hope he can have a possible. I think that is not a substitution. I felt that in my mind. Roland.
Yeah, I can see that player, James. James is crying. And I'm the one you were about to substitute. So I see the coach running on the touchline. No, that's the beauty of the game. That's the passion. These are some of the excitement of the game. So actually, I think the substitution was not made properly.
It will be reconsolidated. The strategy will be looked at carefully. Maryland on the attack into the danger zone of Sinoe and wins a corner. Maryland County, the ball's on Harper City, Plebo Sodican District. The first of the second half, that's the first corner. 88 minutes, the first corner for Maryland County into the second and final half. 2 minutes plus stoppages to go. Number 12 to come in very shortly for Sinoe County. That's Lawson Wisse. Lawson Wisse has been introduced. Maryland County into the danger zone of Sinoe. Still there. Still fighting. Tackling movements. Daniel Toe, the trouble man for Maryland County. It's now Sinoe. Christian Gabler onto it. He's been heavily tackled. Commits a foul. Advantage of the game is now Patrick Williams, the veteran Patrick, and he was brought down. Sinoe 0, Maryland 0. Inside 89 minutes, second and final half, the quarterfinal stage of the National County Sports Meet here at the Summer County Sports Complex in Pinsville City, outside the nation's capital. We've got 3 minutes to play. KMTV, Liberia's #1 online television station. And we are just everywhere we went, we are doing good. Infringement, referee says no. Maryland County, this could be trouble. Wow. Losses 14. Goalkeeper Saye was outside of his 6-yard box, and he was blessed. Only has the mercy. At the mercy of that player wearing number 19 jersey, that's Emmanuel Poti, who just could not control that one. KMTV is here, and as always, covering just all of the important events in Liberia. And this county meet is no exception. Sinoe County on the break. The captain penalty. The referee says, Moses, what's your take? Roland, what's your take?
That was a perfect challenge from that defender of Maryland County. He brought that captain down, Christian, right almost at the edge of the penalty box. So it was very exceptional. That was an exceptional challenge.
Let's wait for referee Moses Fokpa. I think there should be the sent-off because that was intentional. That was an experienced defensive work. You don't easily give away these kind of chances for your team, especially when you've played so well in the 9 minutes. And I tell you, second booking for him, and that's a send-off. I said it.
No wonder, Moses. I won't doubt your analysis as far as following of the game, your own, and hopped into the game. And the referee, that's the second booking ruling.
Yeah, that was the second booking. Actually, we were like trying to discuss the rules of soccer, but he had a yellow card. He was playing on a yellow card.
And if you look at the defense line, the defense was flat. He was probably the attacking player was direct to goal, and he was brought down.
But Moses, you are saying that the defense was flat. Obviously, when the defense is flat, meaning to say you have all 4 defenders in line. So if Une, that defender was not playing on a yellow card, it was just going to be a yellow card.
I think he was on a yellow card, that's why he got a second booking. That would have probably been a direct sent-off.
Sinoe County can just confront. It's Peter for goalkeeping. Excellent one from Allison. Brilliant goalkeeping.
And it ends the 490 minutes.
And that's the only attempt on target for Sinoe County. It was very brilliant, very exceptional.
That could have been the disastrous moment for Maryland The savior Alison Cassius. Wonderful goalkeeping ability from him. And I think no wonder why Maryland County emerged as the top of their zone. So an endless, wow, we might be going to 30-minute stoppages. It's actually there you see the fence. Maryland County 0, Sinoe County 0. We will play hopefully extra 30 minutes as per the rules. And after that, so you see the fans of Maryland and Sinoe respectively. It's still not over yet. Sinoe 0, Maryland 0. This is the National County Sports Meet brought to you to the courtesy of Orange, Liberia. Proud sponsor of the National County Sports Meet. And KMTV is doing what? You have to enjoy yourself. Randall P. Jackson, Emmanuel Doe Janinen, Anthony Kwekwe, Emmanuel Davis, Roland Banaka, Amos P. Kozau, Josiah Weah, Julius Conton, Rufus Mambo. We are here making sure that we bring to you what you are seeing in the National County Sports Meet. And it's all happening here. The players will rest for a few minutes and go into the first 15 and climax the second 15. And we might be edging on to 30 and penalty shootout, or we might get a winner from the field of play. Sinoe 0, Maryland 0. Maryland top, Group C. Sinoe came from the bottom where River says there's no more. So Sinoe will have to prove something as extraordinary. There you see the fans. They still are not deterred, hoping on something. National County meet honor the team sustaining the peace through sports. Randall P. Jackson, our boss, is relaxing. This is the entertainment, entertaining. Josiah Weah. These are the brains behind KMTV. If you see a year KMTV, these are the brains. Randall P. Jackson, Josiah Weah. Young girls, entrepreneurs, very creative, making sure that they take broadcasting to another level. I mean broadcasting, professional broadcasting to another level. Amos P. Kozau, Anthony Kwekwe, KMTV. It was to the second half. Daniel Toe and Christian Gabla. The fans are celebrating, though we yet to get a result from this match until after the final 30. It has been an intriguing, very intriguing first and second half. And so the cheers. And you have to cheer your respective counties. And we say yet to get it. And the result from this game, it has been A very competitive one. So let's see the extra 30. This is where physicality counts. You have to be physical into this section of the game. Sinoe County 0, Maryland 0. And so we are into the extra 30, 15 from either side. The Maryland boys, the boys from Harper, Plebo, Sadikan District. Indeed, we want peace. Peace first, peace last. That's the only engine to move Liberia forward. On Monday, Lofa County up against defending champions Bombing. And on Monday also, Bapolu and Nimba, former defending champions. Bapolu last won the county meeting 2007. We move straightly into our first of the 30. Sinoe in attack. Captain Christian Gabler. Christian Gabler. This game promises to be very entertaining, fascinating one. Number 13 from Sinoe County. Vasa Kayeswen, Francis teammate. Long one. Beautiful control, change of play. Sinoe County. This could be trouble for Maryland. Maryland County left it dangerously. You still want to hit? Wow. It's still there. Into the danger zone of Maryland. Sinoe possessing into the first. Far references. Wow, advantage. And there's no trouble now to Maryland County. Sinoe trying to showcase what they fit in Grand Bassa. Christian, he's ready now. He's been far references. No. Physicality count. Sinoe County into the first of the 15. Maryland on the break. It's not too perfect. Good control. Defensive midfielder James Gawe. Sinoe County, this could be trouble. He dispossessed. Wins it finally. The balls from Greenfield, the balls from Mississippi Street. The balls from Seabear. Sinoe onto it. On the attack. This player. And it's control according to the referee. And this is the first competitive quarterfinals 2019-2020 National County Sports Meet so far. Let's see, we see more players from Maryland, unlike Sinoe, though they were defending. True. Actually, this is the physical aspect of the game. Playing 90 and going to extra 30 ruling is actually very more physical.
Yeah, this game is absolutely exceptional from all of the quarterfinal games I have played today. So I think Sinoe County don't need to be very complacent of the red card being given to Maryland County. They need to keep mounting pressures, because if they having to be relaxed, Maryland County, despite the red card, they need to capitalize on that and get a win.
So Maryland County playing on 10, and perhaps that's one of the reasons of which they are defending or not putting much pressure in attack. Thomas, and miss pass finally, and this player wins it. That's Daniel Toe. Daniel Toe, experienced player, sends it quickly to his teammate, and number 22 player of Maryland County. Sinoe County, goalkeeper is out. Beautiful, wonderful calculation from Allison. And it's now Daniel Toe onto it. This could prove costly for Sinoe County. Daniel Toe! Wow, off target. Rolling.
Yeah, that was an excellent run there by Daniel Toe. He showed some level of maturity, but I think the finishings were very poor. It reminds me back in the days when I was on the pitch. I would have been very relaxed in that position.
At times too, he can be very hasty. And the man Emmanuel, I can remember the man Emmanuel Joe Jagin. If that was his position, that would have been a different story today. Sinoe County 0, Maryland 0. Inside the extra 35 minutes, more time to go. The city of Pinsville, the second biggest, second largest, as far as population is concerned in Liberia, the second city in the Republic of Liberia, has come alive with the National County Sports Meet. The theater of football in terms of venue, the SKD, the refurbished Summer County Sports Complex. Hats up to the Chinese who've done well for Liberia in terms of the stadium. Maryland County! Wow. Maryland is still onto it. Missing goal. He dispossessed. Throw quickly. Man United just joined us. Maryland is playing on 10 men. And this player, what can he do? Foul, yes. Beautiful call. Brilliant one. Leo Gallo commits a foul. There you see some Marylanders very furious. Not too happy. And not too happy. They are not too happy. Whatever the case is, that's the game. Whether you for, you against, you happy or not, that's the game. Trouble now to Sinoe County. The last man was there. The referee sounds the whistle. And that player, that striker from Maryland commits a foul on Kofi Brown. It's still very far to say that we might be going to penalty shootout. It's still very far. The chief patron of sports is here, obviously. I will not doubt that. I won't whatsoever doubt that. The chief patron of sports is here. The speaker of the 54th National Legislature is here. Honorable Dr. Buffer Chimbers. Protein Abachi is here. Grand Crew. Savage, their ticket to the Simmons, so he stay here enjoying. Perhaps can I say his brother or sister county Sinoe. Dominance in terms of the vernacular crew. Maryland County, poor calculation for Mason Gold Jr. and it's Sinoe County. Sinoe will have to utilize and maximize the numerical advantage. And that's the game. You have to maximize the numerical advantage. 10 against 11. Can Sinoe do that or pass intended? The referee says no. And Daniel Toe, very physical, holding the captain band. Unlike Patrick Williams. Patrick sends it. Experienced defensive midfielder for Maryland County. Sinoe onto it. Could that be the kiddo? It has one man to contend with. A beautiful one. From Kai Swen. Kai Swen to Daniel Toe. Receives applause for that. And number 16 for Maryland County. And Maryland County is like trying to ensure once they cannot get the goal, they will defend. A little mistake could just prove costly for Sinoe. And Maryland County, 10-man Maryland. Daniel Toe, another wasted effort.
That was a very reckless attempt there by Aaron During, the man wearing jersey number 16 of Maryland County. We see that player lying on the ground for Maryland County. we yet to get his number, who actually he is.
It's still goalless into the extra 30. He's very hasty. Daniel Toe very hasty to get a goal. He was brought onto the camp and last minute of time. And that player from Maryland is up. A sluggish one from this midfielder of Asano. Daniel onto it once more. Brilliant pass on Daniel. Maryland County so far, they are playing like Sinoe County. A clearance into the danger zone of Sinoe. This could be trouble. And a score kick. Maryland 0, Sinoe 0. Here at the refurbished Samarkando Sports Complex in Pinsville City. And this is KMTV Liberia's best. Undoubtedly, unquestionable, inevitable. Liberia's best. Liberia's #1 online television station, 2018-2019, courtesy of the President of Liberia. And we are doing just that. Maryland once more. The guys are playing on tire legs now. Daniel Toe, he dispossessed. And James Gawe finds his teammate. They are actually playing on tire legs. You play Nante. This could be trouble for Sinoe County into the danger zone. Brilliant defending. Milton Wulaje.
That was a brilliant defending by Milton Wulaje. Reminds me of the former Ballon d'Or, the first FIFA defender to win the Ballon d'Or award. Fabio Cannavaro reminds me of that great player.
A player of Sinoe is down. The goalkeeper of Maryland is on top of him. And that's the beauty of the game, friendship. Thomas Barr is down, nursing a little injury. He's being attended to by his medics. Sinoe County will have to put their eyes together. Anything contrary to that, they will have themselves to blame. Number 14 of Sinoe County will be introduced shortly. Reginald Swari. There you see Thomas Barr being attended to by versatile, multi-talented, the striking Emmanuel Do Janine has joined our commentary booth, leaving the other technical aspect. And so he'll be giving analysis very shortly. Maryland County, as a striker, you've seen the first, second, and last 30. What can you say, Emmanuel, in terms of this match? What is missing?
The only thing that is missing over here is the finishing. Yeah, more especially for the Marylanders. They are, even though they are down by one person, but you can see from the play displayed, they are more into counter. They are attacking very well. Since they lost one man, they have been putting a lot of pressures on the people from Sinoe. And I think if they only can work on the finishing, they too can be a success. And looking at it from the Sinoe or play, I feel that they are relaxing a little bit because they feel that again is at the advantage with Maryland being a man down. But as a football player, we understand that once you are short one, you turn to press more and attack more because it's like all is lost. So whether I win or lose. So I think once the Marylanders can finish, there will be a beautiful, beautiful celebration in Harper City today.
Emmanuel, his witness, though joining in with his analysis. So Thomas Barr is down for the man Reginald Soiree. Wow, it's Soiree from Sinoe. Corner. He Bob from Sinoe, and that's the entertaining side attraction from it. So let's see Maryland with this corner. 10-man Maryland mounting pressure. They will be giving the petals from the referee. This is sportsmanship. We have to be friendly from the beginning to the end. We are not here fighting, especially with the team. A long one. Putting up a chase, this player from Sinoe County has been brought down and foul. Yellow card. And so we're edging out to the first 15 very shortly. The referee is doing extremely well. 30 to count. And from the signals, we'll play 1 minute to wrap it up to the first 15. And that's it, 1 minute. The signals has been confirmed. Sinoe County 0. Maryland 0. Outside, yes. Great call. We played 90 plus 15. No goals yet. Versus KMTV. The spectators are still anxious. Anticipation very high. And they yet to get a goal that will keep them jubilating. The Nawiye Awieo versus Tato Nyenswa. And the choir speaking. Pull one from Thomas. And that's it. What's the general assessment, Emmanuel, about the first 15 of the 30?
Well, the first 15 of the 30 was very, very competitive. You see both teams are displaying that extra energy. You know, I think this is the hardest part of the game because lots of the teams, even around the world, I may refer to the Atletico Madrid. Those are teams that bring all of the energy within the 90 minutes. When it comes to the extra time, they tend to relax because there is no more energy more to burn. But I think the Marylanders and the people from Sinoe, I don't know if the real word Sanoans, because I'm from Buto Deshke, and I think that notwithstanding, from my own perspective, I believe that the boys from Greenville will walk away definitely with a win today and qualify to the next stage. I think today's game has been, I don't know as the water, Ministry of Youth is trying to eliminate a couple of the people from the Southeast because the whole games today have been played by people from the Southeast. So I believe that this is a competitive game. By the end, the winner wins, which is Sinoe, the ball from Greenville.
Roland, what's your take about the first 15 of the 30?
Yeah, it was very incredible from the both sides. You saw the both sides attacking each other. They're making some defensive runs. They're making some attacking runs. So I think this game is unpredictable. You cannot tell from the looks of things. From the first 90 minutes, you saw Marylanders defending, but they are now down with 10 men. So the game has been balanced. They have been at a balanced stage. So this is not a game to just predict easily. A good football partners won't tell you that Maryland will take the lead. They won't tell you that Maryland will be successful. They won't tell you that Sinoe will be successful. It's a game of unpredictability. So you cannot just tell easily.
A game of unpredictability. So let's see the second 15. If it ends out like this, we'll be going to penalty shootout.
Julius Compton, have you seen something very strange in this county, me? The man wearing jersey number 1 of Maryland County, Patrick Dwyer Jr. I think if you recall in county me, this is the first time you have seen a player wearing jersey number 1. But that's the root of soccer. You can wear jersey number 1 on the field play.
Sinoe County trying to get something from the numerical advantage. 10 men to 11. Maryland County is doing extremely well to contain Sinoe, especially with the numerical advantage against them. In 1956 and 1986, winners of the National County Sports Meet, Sinoe and Maryland respectively. One of them will prove supremacy to the Siemens. The choir speaking from Liberia. James Garway, fastest teammate. Sinoe into it. Great display. And this player wearing 17 for Sinoe. Across straight into the arms of this goalkeeper. Easy one for goalkeeper Allison. Now here is the song being sung in the stands. I don't know. Nawia means thank you. And this is the stamina posture of the game. Christian Gabler putting up a chase. For the good of the game, safety is very important. And that's why James Garway did. Throw once more to Sinoe, number 16 player for Maryland. Aaron During. Sinoe once more across. Another defensive work from Maryland County. They are on the break. He has Thomas to continue with. No one was there, and there's no trouble. Mabutu Flanyempa, and the priority minister, public works minister, prefers to be called the priority minister. He's not too happy. He wants his boys to capitalize on the numerical advantage. Mabutu Flanyempa, former senator of Sinoe County, now public works minister. Sinoe County on the brakes. This could be trouble for Maryland. Strike! Wow, off target. Mabutu. He just cannot believe that. He just cannot believe that. Wow. And he be sandwiched by citizens from Maryland County. That's the beauty of the county meet. Sinoe County 0, Maryland 0. Yeah, Adi SKD. And it's KMTV, Liberia's #1 online television station. Versatile, experienced, multi-talented Emmanuel Smolson, Reverend Davis, the ERC of KMTV, alongside the editor of sports of KMTV, Anthony award-winning Kwekwe. They are all over the place, analyzing and also controlling things. Just give it, wow, easy one for goalkeeper Jonathan Saye. Christian Gabler is on the attack. He's been tackled. Handball referee says no. Christian fighting spirit. Christian. He has 1 man to contend with. This player from Maryland is very relaxed, very experienced as well, comfortable in his positioning of the ball. In his Maryland County, no trouble. Sinoe County will have themselves to blame if they cannot capitalize on their numerical advantage. Easy one, easy, but stay in the danger zone. Brilliant one from goalkeeper Allison. We've played exactly 2 minutes into the second and final of the 30.
Yeah, Julius Compton, from the look of things from the both quarterfinal games, I think Jonito Say of Sinoe County seems to be the best goalkeeper of the day.
Let's see. A player of Sinoe is down. A player of Sinoe is down, and a substitution is in the making for Maryland as well. And perhaps this player wearing number 9 jersey for Maryland is Abraham Kane. good goal to retain and minimize the pressure mounted against Maryland. James Galway, not a good clearance, is still showing advantage to Sinoe County. And it's still goalless. Maryland County in attack to Sinoe. Captain Christian Gabler, the trouble man, killer pass for him. No onside referee says, can Sinoe County do it for their boss? Sinoe, wow, first touch, very sluggish. Rolling.
Yeah, that was a very sluggish anticipation there from that Sinoe County attacker. He needed to anticipate very well to see I bet we have gotten the trigger. But I think he need to realize his mistakes.
Sinoe County, can I say had a half chance? And that was a half chance for Sinoe. Unfortunately, great display from Christian Gabler, the skipper of Sinoe. Half chance. That player did not materialize that chance. And it's not a good one for Sinoe. Sinoe 0, Maryland 0. This is the extra 30. And we've gone. The first 15 is the final 15. If it ends out like this, we might be edging up to penalty shootout. You're watching KMTV. Thank you for your comments. Thanks for following us. I know you supporting from the respective chats. And it's good to cheer your respective counters to victory. Mind you, James Galway is on yellow. He has to be very careful. If not, he will be sent out. Maryland is playing with 10 men. Sinoe has the numerical advantage. And we are yet to capitalize on the numerical advantage. Golden opportunity for Sinoe. Half chance, I may say. And that player is still blaming himself. He could have done better with that one. There you see the fans. You are seeing the fans on your television. From wherever you're watching from, they are still anticipating the goal. It's KMTV. Randall P. Jackson, the head of this particular team. Josiah Weir, our multi-talented Emmanuel, his witness, Joe Jadin, and earlier on you listened to him and giving you his professional analysis of the game so far. There you see a citizen from Maryland County still anticipating something extraordinary from his boys. Emmanuel is Right Reverend Smosin Davis, the ERC of KMTV, is all over the place, controlling things. Today, he is an analyst, a technician as well. And the award-winning Anthony Kwekwe. And that's why we are called Creative Minds Television. We can multitask at any time in the interval, whatever possible. Amos P. Kozau, Peter Kosh, the highest goal scorer of KMTV national team. And the best assist, Emmanuel, his witness, Joe Janinen, always giving it the killer passes. And so it's midfielder, he finds Christian Gabler onto it. He's been tackled, great control. Christian, once more, advantage of the game. The referee did not. And it's now Maryland on the attack. Maryland County. Dispossessed. James. A beautiful clearance. Still in the danger zone. It's now Maryland County. Now the Sinoe trying to capitalize on that numerical advantage. This could be trouble for Maryland. Cross! Sinoe! Wow! Sinoe County will have the themselves to blame if they just cannot capitalize on the numerical advantage. Another cross, this player is caught in an outside position. So Christian Gabler, he did not do too well, throwing advantage to Maryland. Maryland County is living dangerously into the second and final 15 of the 30. You're watching KMTV. Southeasterners have thrown out in their numbers. And this particular fixture for today is all about the Quads solidarity. You have Grand Crew, you have Sinoe, you have Maryland, you have Grand Bassa, you have Riverside. So on Monday, we will see it coming from the diverse end. Monday, we see the defending champions, Bombing, going up against one of the tournament's favorites, Lofa. And then to close the day, Nimba will go up against trouble now for Sinoe. Poor communication. And poor communication. Roller, you saw that one.
Yeah, that was an excellent run there by that Maryland, that player wearing jersey number 9. I think it was an excellent run there by him. It was also a brilliant defending there by that Sinoe County defender.
Goalkeeper Saya had absolutely no reason for coming out. You see representative of Sinoe County. Trouble. Brilliant one. And there you see a representative from Sinoe County. And he's there, very amazed. And this is what KMTV can do. That's Matthew Zaza. Sinoe County on the break. That's goalkeeper is up. Brilliant one from goalkeeper Allison. And he was actually caught in an outside position. For a football game, he just cannot. It reminds me of the man, the veteran and striker for AC Milan and Italy respectively, Filippo Inzaghi. Outside is not a foul. So, and you have to continuously, psychologically play on the minds of the referee, and then you can get something from that. Maryland County so far is doing exceptionally well, trying to contain Sinoe with 10-11 counter meet. On the team, sustaining the peace through sports. And I think the guys here are enjoying the money. The game is very competitive. Maryland County in attack, 2-man corner. There you see Josephine Davis. The Marylanders are crying for goal. 10-man Maryland crying for goal. Generally, football in Liberia, even the national team, and we are not noted for set pieces like this one. But that's counter meet. Anything is just possible. So let's see. Mason Gold Jr. gives it out to his teammate. Yes, it's perfectly positioned for a left footer. Sinoe County. Trouble for Sinoe now into the dying minute. And goalkeeper Jonathan Sayer. 5 men into the box of Sinoe. Sayer is there. Head up. Stay in the danger zone. Lost his footing on the break of Sinoe. He just couldn't control that. Christian was there, and it's throwing advantage to Sinoe County. The ball from Mississippi Street, quickly taking the Greenville boss. Christian is being heavily tackled, and he dispossessed. Is throwing advantage. There's a little confusion. The referee says throwing advantage to Sinoe. The last man says, and finally, they've concluded that he's throwing advantage to Sinoe County. Callers here. Adi Askedi.
Yeah, Julius, according to the rules of soccer and the referee rules, the central referee is the final decision maker on the playing pitch. So I think the decision overrules the linesman's decision.
And finally, they've come to a turning point. Spectators from Maryland County, spectators from Sinoe County. And as a matter of fact, it's not a good history, but it's worth noting that Maryland County As per the latest report, it's the poorest county in Liberia. Perhaps it's due to the location. That's it. A penalty shootout will decide this particular game now. Sinoe County just cooling, capitalize on their 10-man advantage, and whatever result that will come out, they will have themselves to blame or they will celebrate. So it all ended Sinoe 0 after 90 and extra 30 and stoppages. Sinoe 0, 10-man Maryland 0. 5 penalties. This is the quality movement of the goalkeepers. This is the exceptional movement of the goalkeepers. The goalkeepers do have a very solid, strategic part to play into the penalty shootout, more or like the players. And some may say it's 50-50. Once you score the goalkeeper save, you can balance it from that end. Creative Minds Television, KMTV, live and direct here in Pinsville. The last quarterfinal match in today's all-important fixture in Pinsville, Mangibi County. Also, the penalty shootout will be the deciding moment. And this is the moment our good players do not like to see. But that's the game. And earlier on, Mangibi County kickball team emerged to the semi-finals, trashing our River G 14-1. And then Grand Bassa, defending champions, whip Grand Crew, just narrowly defeated Grand Crew by 1 point after 5 innings respectively. And then in the football category, it was a success. 2-0 triumph of Grand Crew over Riverses. And let's see the second. Whether it will be Sinoe or Maryland, I will go through. A little entertainment. After 5 minutes, we'll see who will emerge to the semis. KMTV, Amos P. Kozau, Randall P. Jackson, Josiah Weah, Emmanuel, his whiteness, Do Janine, Emmanuel Smosin Davis, Anthony Kwekwe, Josiah Weah, Flankale, Amos P. Kozau, Rufus D2 Mombo, Roland Banaka, and I'm Julius Compton. Maryland County struggled through against Sinoe to reach this game to the penalty shootout. So if we just coming our way, we will use the goalpost towards the RRAN, and that's the goalpost we will use, unlike the SKDN, and that's the ARWAN to be exact. So there you see the statistics Maryland County dominated possession in totality, but they just couldn't convert that to a goal. The two goalkeepers will have to prove their prowess. So Maryland County, this player wearing number, let's see who can get his name. Jonathan Saye against this goalkeeper, this player just couldn't see his name through his number. He sounds the whistle, and it's goal number 1. An amazing goal, Junior. He's an experienced player so far now in the county meet. And we see Allison is calling on a player of Sinoe. Perhaps this is a strength we just cannot say. Number 13 for Sinoe, Kofi Brown. Kofi Brown will take the first penalty kick for Sinoe. That's Kofi versus Cassius Allison. A referee sounds the whistle. Kofi versus Allison. Can he see goals? And a 1-all. A brilliant one from Kofi Brown. Sinoe 1, Maryland 1. The goalkeepers will have to prove something extraordinary here. Second kick for Maryland. This is actually a quarter-final. Very competitive. Even if you lose at this point, you will not be deterred. Number 3 for Maryland, Fencing Weir. Fencing versus Jonathan Saye. Fencing Weir, referee sounds the whistle. Goal number 2 for Maryland. Maryland 2, Sinoe 1. The goalkeepers are yet to make a move. Maryland 2, Sinoe 1. So Maryland is ahead. And this goalkeeper for Maryland, Allison, is trying to play the man psychological game against the players of Sinoe. Let's see this player trying to get his name. His number, we just cannot get that. Can he equalize? Or dash it over Sinoe? He scores! Brilliant one from this player. Kai Swain, 2 apiece. This is actually a real quarterfinals. Kai Swain, brilliant kick. Similarly as Rufus. Rufus of Grand Crew County, who got the first goal. Similar penalty shooter, Daniel Toe, one of, I can say, the men of the match from our own perspective. Daniel Toe. And it's no wonder the SKD is not a stranger to him. And he deserves the armband for Maryland County. Daniel Toe versus Jonathan Saye. He's very comfortable. Referee sounds the whistle. He scores. Maryland 3, Sinoe 2. The goalkeepers will have to do something exceptional. He's been motivated now. Goalkeeper Allison has been motivated by Daniel. And score, my man, you have to save. And that's the interpretation of that one. Let's see. And this is a defender for Sinoe County. Hope he can tie the knots. Anything to the contrary, the Sinoeans will not be happy. Number 15 for Sinoe, Prince David. A player of Club B, Monrovia Club Brewers. The club of defender! He scores! Excellent. 3 apiece. He shows his worth. He shows his supremacy as a player of Monrovia Club Brewers. Oscar Murphy Dolly, former club. The club of Benjamin Sacco. a veteran captain, a midfielder, defensive midfielder of Maryland County. I will be amazed if he will miss the penalty. I'm not taking sides, but he's a very experienced player. Patrick Williams, he scores. I said it. Patrick Williams, 4 against 3. The goalkeepers are not doing what they are expected to do. 4-3. Sinoe under pressure to score. Anything to the contrary, they will have to prove themselves, and they will have to blame themselves for failing to capitalize on the numerical advantage. This player for Sinoe, can he keep the hopes alive? The people of Greenville, Golden Verulam, Mississippi, Seabed District. He scores 4 apiece. That's Leo Waller. We are waiting the last Leo Waller, and the goalkeeper of Sinoe is saying, "This is my time. I will do the damage." Obviously, the chief patron of sports, President Dr. George Opomane Seguse Fakeklon Tapewia is here. Bekube, that's the familiar name Bekube. I know he's now reflecting on his days, especially at this venue. Maryland County, number 19 for Maryland, Emmanuel Poti. He was one of the exceptional players for Maryland County. Emmanuel Poti, he scores. A miss for Sinoe means Maryland is through to the next stage. Hesitation now from, wow. The guys from Sinoe, they are not too happy with this. From what I see, this player may not be the familiar player to kick. Even the goalkeeper is not happy. But that's football game. 5 against 4. A miss for Sinoe means Maryland is through to the semis. Number 17 for Sinoe. So the captain, Christian, was substituted. He has the weight of Sinoe on his head. The referee sounds a whistle. It's a goal! We will now go to extra. 5 apiece. 5 apiece. The goalkeepers, rolling the goalkeepers, what can you say about them?
They are not doing the job actually. You cannot see all of the ball have been placed in the opposite position, so it tells you that the goalkeepers are not doing the job actually. They need to work on that.
They need to work on that. Number 9 from Maryland, Abraham Kone. With 5 at piece, Abraham Kone. Abraham Kone should have been from Lofa, Cape Mount, Brapolu. Abraham Kone from Maryland. He scores. Poor goalkeeping from this goalkeeper from Sinoe. Let's see who to kick for Sinoe is what we are seeing now. Who to kick for Sinoe? Who to kick for Sinoe is what I'm seeing. It's a judgment day now. Somebody is telling the goalkeeper to kick. The goalkeeper says no. It's a sign of defeat. No, I just cannot judge. The goalkeeper told them no. The goalkeeper told them no. And still, you have 11 players. Only 5 have kicked for Sinoe. And they are instructing the goalkeeper to kick. This is a sign. Could it be? The goalkeeper earlier on says no. But no player will muster the courage for Sinoe to kick. So this goalkeeper will kick. Sinoe County is out of the competition, unfortunately for them.
Where's the celebration?
He said it.
The celebration of the Marylanders goalkeeper. He reminds me of the Zambian goalkeeper who mounts in the South African League.
He did not. He was hesitant to kick. He was actually hesitant. The players of Sinoe were reluctant to kick. So Maryland County through to the semifinals.
He had won the man of the match. That's goalkeeper. He said actually have making the win the man of the match.
Sinoe County out of the competition. Sinoe County out of the competition. A painful one. Amos Kazawi saw this particular penalty shootout.
I saw the shootout. They found that the keeper was hesitant in kicking. They shouldn't have forced him to kick because he kept telling them no, no, no. But it was them. They kept pressing him to go and kick. So nothing he could do. So he had to kick.
No one wants to take the blame. It was what I saw. So Sinoe is out of the competition. Maryland County. Maryland County. The ball's on Harper. There you see fans of Maryland celebrating. Sinoe County out of the competition from the penalty spot. The Marylanders are celebrating. Ten-man Maryland triumph over Sinoe County. The man of the match. One of the happiest citizens now in Liberia from Maryland County. She said it. Perhaps she ate the Baba Fakoli in Liberia. She said it, very optimistic of Maryland County emerging to the semis from the penalty shootout. Honorable Josephine Davis, 6-5 penalty shootout. Maryland County through to the semi-final stage of the National County Sports Meet. She said it, and one thing I can remember from what she stated was that she trusts the ability in her goalkeeper. And I saw that the goalkeeper did that exceptionally well. She's already amazed, very happy. And I'd like to say welcome, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited because I saw this coming. I told you earlier that Maryland County will come back and make a difference. Even though it was 5-5 penalty, but when you watch the game, ball possession, coordination, teamwork, Maryland won all. So this goal, he cannot forsake you. He knows that Maryland County deserves this victory. So as you can see, we are jubilating because the boys, the Pambota boys, the Tabadu boys have won. And Grand Coup and Sinoe. I'm so excited.
I can see that you were down 10 men. Were you worried to the second and final half of the game?
You know, when they get a record, I was not deterred because I know that when you can't do ball possession, you can't do coordination on the field. Maryland County hold the field, so they get a record. But you could see that Sinoe County couldn't make Maryland County. We had 10 against 11, yet and still we defeated them. I told you we was going to be victorious, and we are.
The penalty shootout, the first 5-5 ended, and the goalkeeper did not make a save. Were you literally jaded at that particular point?
I knew I trust my goalkeeper because I follow him every step of the way, and I knew he was going to save that ball. Because when they move a Sinoe County goalkeeper, you knew that you were going to blunder. The way he stepped and went to kick the ball, you knew the body language tell you that he was going to blunder, and definitely he did it.
Any final thing for Marylanders? What message you have for them briefly?
I'm calling all of my kings, men and women, please support your team to victory. Maryland have qualified for this from this stage. Come out and support the Pambota boys to victory.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
A proud citizen of Maryland County Josephine Davis, she said it right. She trusted in her own goalkeeper, and that proves to the fact that Maryland County emerged as the winner in the semi. That's the quartet going to the semi-final stage of the National County Sports Meet. Many thanks for watching KMTV. Before we wrap up, quickly, I would like to salute all of our viewers. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for following us. We'll be here on Monday in celebration time. Congratulations to Grand Crew. Congratulations to Maryland. Emmanuel, Joe Janinen, Anthony Kwekwe, Godfrey Nanambadu Kwanzaa, Emmanuel S. Davis, Randall P. Jackson, Josiah Weir, Rufus D2 Mombo Senior, Amos P. Kozau, the legs of Flan Kale, and I'm Julius Compton. Check us up on Monday. We like to also appreciate Roland Bonaka and the legs of Moses Corley Gazel, ambassador, who has been here providing his professional expertise to this particular coverage. So on Monday we'll be here again for the next quarterfinal stage of the competition. It will be Lofa against Bombi in the kickball category, the most popular and famous, proud Jubilant County in the county mid Lofa going up against Bombi in the kickball, and in the kickball second game, that is Bong against Nimba, and in the football category on Monday is Lofa against Bombi, and then the legs of Nimba County against their host Bapolo. Many thanks for watching. Thanks. We'll be back another time. I'm Julius Compton. Bye bye for now. Congratulations to all of the teams.